Okay. Alright. So I did it. I actually managed to loop the game. Holy shit. And now, in theory...
Your dedication to this is impressive.
My what?
Your dedication to this is impressive, yeah.
Honestly, I just changed the game difficulty to very easy, and just blitz through all of the missions. Only stopping...
Your is a little less impressive.
Only slowing down when I ran across the third option for Chapter 13 that I had yet to see. And honestly, if I had another week, I probably would have blitzed through it again so that we could have all the characters, but that is something I'll do in my own time when I decide to make my perfect save file. At this point. Right. So we got a lot to begin, and unfortunately, due to reasons out of my control, we are in fact a late start here. So, that being said, I did another ending, and I have a lot of information about that ending. Let's go ahead and start here. So, we're going back to an earlier save file. We're going back to an earlier save file, if only for the reason that I actually think it adds something interesting to talk about. And that is, we've seen travel to the Rosellan village and investigate the bandits. We technically haven't seen it if we would have done a different earlier decision, because the different earlier decision what leads us to get Travis and not Trish. Okay? So, in theory, there will be still something to see there. We've seen Return to Wolfort, and by the way, Return to Wolfort is the last key to the true ending, so you have to do that one to get the true ending. We're going to do Remain in the Crown City to expose the corrupt royalist. I would have just talked about it, but the battle is I actually cheesed the fuck out of it, and I want to show it off. Okay?
Okay.
2, the story beat that introduces it, I don't think it excuses Roland. I still think he's making the wrong choice come endgame, right? But I think it does properly show us as to why he made that choice. Sandra and I were talking about this off stream, and it very much is a combination of two things. One, Roland can't take pressure. Like, that's just how he is by default. He never really wanted to be king to begin with. It is something that was thrust upon him. And 2, the pressure he does get is literally the beginning of anime villain arcs. Like, I've seen this villain arc play through a lot, okay? This is Anakin goes and murders the children, beginning a villain arc, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Lord Serenoa.
Probably not as bad, to be honest, but, like, you can see where it would lead to. So, now we are going to convince everybody that Roland is a good guy. Let's see here. Yeah, that one will probably convince Anne. I'm not gonna bother reading this out because, you know, if you care about it, you can pause the video. We're moving on.
Listen, lad.
Investigating the royalists. Yeah, get back to fighting
You're
position.
onto something.
Yeah, because Eridor's a fighter. He thinks about fighters. Which means we have to
I
give...
feel this in my gut.
Find reason, deep in thought. Let's convince Gila right in front of our fiancé. Let's investigate the royalists. I think that's the one that convinces her. Yeah. I think that would
Indeed.
convince us.
I don't know.
By the way,
what
this
to
brings
call
us back to the discussion we had off stream, and in fact, the thing that I've said at least once or twice previously on stream, which is this game would have been better designed if instead of having the morality system, or whatever you want to call it, they'd said play through the true version. And now that you've played the story the way we think it should be played.
I disagree. I don't think they should have had shoved you through the true ending. I think this is definitely a game where you have to go through a different ending before you figure out what the true ending is.
I disagree only because, at least so far, with one exception, things make the most sense when you follow the true path.
Mm-hmm. Something that does weird me out, if you go with Roland, you pick up Cordelia, and that's what we're doing here. If you go with Benedict, you pick up Milo, and that's towards the true ending. And if you go with Frederica, you pick up either Trish or Travis. The thing that's weirded me out about the next mission that's after this one is that's the mine mission. You remember the mine mission? If you go with Frederica, you pick up Trish, she is forced into that fight. You actually can't unselect her. Meanwhile, Cordelia or Milo are not forced into that follow-up fight. Why? I don't know. It's weird. Anywho. So we're going to side with Roland. Yeah, we sided with Roland.
The way forward is decided. We remain in the capital with Roland and
capital.
Investigate the truth behind the royalist plot.
That was an interesting read there.
Yeah, the capital. he literally just like ... like he said it like that, like and I am not going to I am so convinced in this cheese I'm not going to lower the difficulty.
I shall remain in the capital and help King Roland investigate the...
Is that just how he says capital? Like he said it again. All right, that just might be how him either serenoa or that is how him the voice actor just says it.
I'm in your debt, my friend. Having you by my side is a tremendous boon.
Then I shall venture to the Wolford domain and make our report to Lord Simon in your stead.
I mean,
And I shall
you remember
village.
You remember when Seb joined us and he freaked out with the way I was saying we talked to Lord Simon. He's like, "Oh, that's really funny. That's the way you say it." Like, yeah, because that's the way they all say it. Remember that?
They've said it every way except
And
Stein.
this is farewell for now.
Yep.
Frederica, Benedict, until our reunion in the capital.
That one was a little bit more natural.
Yeah, I don't know.
But you see what I mean? This is what drives me mad about the voice acting. They definitely have good voice actors and good directors, but there's just these moments of what the fuck? No, do not save, because I do not want to overwrite anything important.
With peace tentatively restored to the Crown City, House Wolfort's members scatter to the far corners of the domain. Benedict returns to Castle Wolfort alone. Likewise, Frederica tends to her own in the Rosellan village. Serenoa and King Roland, meanwhile, begin investigating the cabal of royalists, bent on regaining their lost power and influence.
Chapter 15, Part 2, Were I King? Oh, God. So, you remember how we discussed, a version of these stories happened in all of them, and Patriot was in the other one? Well, he's here, too!
Why would you take what little aid the crown has given us? Have you no heart?
And, let me just put it this way, Patriot's villainy gets turned up to 11 here, Sandry. You ready?
Sort of cartoonish, yes.
Oh, he becomes a caricature.
Watch your words. The royal family entrusted House Consort with the minutiae of daily governance and our priorities have changed. These provisions were deployed without any care, and are to be collected and redistributed in line with the royal family's wishes.
But we've already eaten the food. Our children were starved, sir.
I accept your confession. You shall answer for the crime of embezzling from the crown.
You're not serious.
You see what I mean by turned up to 11?
Don't apologize to them. They're royalist scum. And they can't take away what they didn't give in the first place. We know Hyzanth sent the provisions.
The boy's right. House Wolford arranged for them. You've no right to reclaim what you never owned in the first place.
You pathetic peasants. Do you not see that they are the root of your suffering?
I see it as thanks to them that you nobles still have a kingdom in which to parade around and lord your station over us.
Neither the royalists nor the crown have done aught to help us.
All right, Sandry. You have honestly played Patriot very well. What do you think is about to happen?
I'm going to go with either arrest or whipping.
Oh, remember, turn it up to 11, Sandry.
What, just kill her right there on the street?
You stood idle while Esfrost invaded us, while they ruled us with an iron fist.
She speaks true, and even worse, you nobles rushed to Gustadolf's side.
Gustadolf.
Yet here you stand, with the gall to accuse us of crimes against the crown. You seek to hide your own treachery.
Ugh.
I'd sooner bend the knee to Esfrost all over again than have a traitor to the crown darken my door.
Not content with embezzlement, you would add treason to your list of crimes. Crimes for which you shall now pay.
Ah!
Ah!
No!
Mom! Dad!
You fiend! There's nothing noble about you! We've suffered enough. It's time we fought to keep what's ours.
Kill every last one of these traitorous curs.
What do you think you're doing? Cease this madness at once, Patriot! I beg you, calm yourselves!
It's Lord Wolford himself!
Doesn't care about the king, by the way.
Why have you turned your weapon on the people? Explain yourself.
They are not our people. They are filthy insurrectionists who would overthrow the royal family.
Stay with me, please! Mother! Father!
Mother! No!
So you commit murder in their name?
There are Esfrosti sympathizers in our midst who must be reminded of the royal family's primacy. I will not see the throne usurped again.
So, my lord, will you grant me the power of sheriff and with it high and low justice? Let me solve the problem, do you think?
Let's see here. Okay, we can ignore that side story. That's one of the side stories that's the same no matter which route you take.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just going to put it. He saw these guys basically murder a pair of civilians in the street, and he did nothing.
Held for now.
Yep.
Our physicians report that townsfolk and royalists alike suffered grave wounds in the fighting.
I take solace only in the fact that no lives were lost. You see the same thing as I, do you not, serenoa? Patriot and his sympathizers seek to take back by force the power they fear they've lost.
Cool, kill them.
They were some of the first to bend to Gustadolf's will. I reckon that guilty conscience is why they're lashing out now.
Cool, kill them.
And the people are with them. Resentment against my family grows by the day.
Cool, kill the royalists.
Bring them back into the fold. But the odds are against me.
Can we kill the royalists, please?
The strength of Patriot and his ilk lie in their connections. Though it pains me to say
I reiterate, let's kill
you'll
them.
not rule the kingdom without their cooperation.
I have a
Work
better
to change
solution.
their minds.
Nay.
Or we could cut
Time
all their
lost is
throats.
trust lost. We must be swift and decisive.
He's saying
Please
they're
tell
going
me
to
that
do
he's
something.
going to say kill
We
them
must
all.
seize Patriot and his conspirators at once.
No, kill
I shall
them.
banish them
Do
from
not
the kingdom
banish them, kill them.
I expect we'll have little trouble once we've made an example of Patriot.
I expect we'll have trouble. Kill them anyway.
Stem the tide of this bloody river we find ourselves in, eh?
Cordelia's state is an impediment to your plan. The royal physicians, under Patriot's command, tend to her now.
Cool. I have
Their
Gila
like
here.
is not
Go
to
heal.
take her
Thanks.
hostage if you act rashly.
That is why we shall seize him in the
Unfortunate losses.
streets, where he'll not have
Unfortunate
Cordelia to use
losses.
as a shield.
And people will see the royal family will not submit to an aggrieved royalist. Yes, this may work.
Once again, no exile, just death.
Lend me your aid, Serenoa. I've not put my title
Only if
as
you let me
king,
kill them.
but rebuilding Glenbrook will take might.
Sandry, you will get your wish.
I have
Oh,
every
thank God.
confidence in your abilities, my king. As does House Wolfort. We stand with you.
Do we get to exterminate the entire
Thank
house?
you, dear friend.
Because if Roland orders the extermination of the entire house, Cronus or whatever it is, that would be a perfectly acceptable response at this point. The royalists got to go. Kill them all.
Pray spare us a crumb. I beg you.
Never! You deserve to starve after kissing the frosty boots that crushed our necks!
Says the man who bellowed "Long live the Duchy" every time he saw one of them walk past.
There were scores of us!
So,
You paid to report me and half the
there's a
kingdom for
lot
that?
of infighting with a citizenry, isn't there?
Cool. I have a bunch of soldiers. Time to start bashing heads.
This frosty rule has broken our kingdom. And so help me, I shall see it rebuilt under my rule.
I doubt that, but let's start by killing Patriot and all of his family.
Yeah. I literally do not remember anybody saying anything interesting. Maybe this guy did. Yeah, things are so much easier with Frost in charge. Like, you walk around and mostly it's all just a bunch of, like, you know, why did things have to go this... Yeah, this thing sucks. Why did things have to go this way? It was still better when Frost was in charge. Stuff like that, right? You'll get a lot of that. So I don't want to waste too much time with exploring this.
Cool. Let's kill people. Let's kill people and take their stuff.
You misunderstand, surely. Why must I pay so much to simply reopen my stall?
We know that you did business with the Isfrosti army. They made you quite wealthy, as I understand it, and Glenbrook saw none of your ill-gotten gains.
Nonsense. We were free to do business as we pleased under the Duchy's rule.
A bold statement. One that could be easily taken as criticism of the crown. It sounds to me as though you wish to incite an insurrection.
I would never. Please, I can pay. Just let me pay and be done with it.
Of course you can pay. That is the duty of every subject in Glenbrook.
This guy, Jesus Christ.
Which wound the royal family so.
A tithe, then, for our beloved and benevolent royal family. Pray deliver
No
it
doubt
to them,
collected
good
by...
sir.
Yeah, right.
I see you've learned your lesson. King Roland will be glad of it.
Seriously, can we just kill this guy already?
We're about to.
That shameless cur.
Oh, thank God.
I can bear no more of this, your majesty.
Nor can I. Seize Patriot.
Why are we seizing? Kill him in the streets.
Okay, you know for a fact, like, Roland is trying to play the good guy.
Yes, except he's trying to play it the wrong way. Sometimes being good means excising the cancer.
Yep.
This is a cancer. Time for some excision.
Yep. But this isn't the beginning of his villain arc here.
Ah, Your Majesty. Sent the Wolfort dogs to sniff around at me, did you?
Nay, I saw all of it with my own eyes. You shall be punished for invoking the royal family's name to line your own pockets.
And then who will help you rule your precious kingdom? House Wolfort? I think not. You're a fool if you think you can rule hand in hand with your vassals. You were being used, but are too blind to see it.
I would do no such thing.
Even if you would.
Everything is of my own will, and mine alone.
Your will. You're as naive as I feared.
Roland, just stab him already.
Glenbrook cannot be ruled with the iron fist of the Esfrosti, nor the religious zeal of the Hyzantians. No, Glenbrook must be ruled with careful mediation between the royal family and its loyal subjects, and that is why you need us.
Which is why you're charging people in my name. Fuck you, go die in a fire.
Understood this so well, I assumed their aptitude to be hereditary.
Serenoa, kill him.
Dare suggest I'm not fit for the throne?
You're not, but that's okay.
I know it to be true. Why else would I dirty my hands if not to make you face the truth? You have lost
Because you're
the
a greedy
ability
piece
to
of
distinguish
shit. Next
between
question.
friend and foe, and now House Wolfort shall usurp the throne.
Hold your tongue, or I shall have you charged with treason.
Just kill him already.
Surrender quietly, or be cut down where you stand.
If only you had known your place. But you just had to follow your full convictions. You have poisoned King Roland's mind long enough, and now you must die for it. So help me. I will open your eyes to the truth, my king.
Brother,
Uh-huh.
I come to your
Now,
aid.
I'm just going to point out, just a couple of scenes ago, Cordelia was like fucking in bed and could not
falling out of her stomach.
Yeah, could not leave, and now she's just like, I'm here now.
Sprint.
Cordelia, what are you doing here?
I overheard the healers talking amongst themselves. The people suffer at Patriot's hand. I cannot lie abed in the face of such cruelty.
Are you well enough to fight?
Wait. Hold on a second. Abed, isn't that the character in Community?
Hey, did we play that game?
What?
Community?
I don't know what you're saying. I can't hear you over the game volume.
What is Community?
Am I not a member of the
Oh,
royal
it's
family?
it's a TV series. Don't worry about
I
it.
will fight for our people in any condition.
If you don't know, you don't know. At this point.
I'm content in
I see it is obstinance that runs in the family. So be it. Clearly, you've outlived your usefulness.
I will point out, by the way, he's a lunatic.
Oh.
And the reason I say this is because he thinks that killing the royal family he'll be able to rule. The problem is that everyone will be like, ah, cool, let's kill you and take your stuff.
Yeah, so we get Cordelia. Cordelia is an amazing healer. We won't get to see her shine here because her amazingness is in her upgrades, not in her current set of abilities.
Also, there's the fact that we're about to go back to the correct playthrough, so.
Well, yes, but we also will have Cordelia.
Oh, wait.
Remember, I looped the game.
Oh, good God. I see now.
I looped the game, Sandra. This is not an exaggeration. Okay, we're not gonna take those. He could probably actually
I
help.
will do my best.
We will take him. We will take her.
Battlefield to me.
I guess we will take her
At your service.
because she's one of the higher levels, and therefore can just deal more damage. Actually, you know what? No, let's take another healer.
May we
Let's
return
actually
home
take
unharmed.
a better healer. Especially a better healer when we don't care about the status of the items in this playthrough. Just use them all! Okay.
Is there a reason to bring 3 healers then?
We're not using him as a healer. We're not using him as a healer.
Ah, okay.
Okay, let's move you forward. Let's see, move you forward. So this is an interesting fight. You got guys surrounding you on all sides. And, you know, like, a majority of their forces right here. The goal is to kill Patriot. Nothing else matters.
To just go murder him as fast as possible?
Yes. Remember when I said I was proud of my cheese? Let's go ahead and put him off to the side. Actually, let's put Trish off to the side.
You mean because she's an archer, so doesn't care about being sideways?
Yeah, and we'll put you here. And technically I did this with a weaker party, so we'll see how this goes. Because, you know, I cared about actually, like, getting a defensive formation and so on, right? But then when I realized, oh wait, we could just kill Patriot. The battle begins.
You would dare attempt such treachery when we've only just reclaimed what is rightfully ours?
You've reclaimed nothing. Glenbrook lost its king, then suffered the Esfrosti invasion. We barely had time to catch our breaths before a new king was crowned. Those who bent the knee to Esfrost have thrived. Those who resisted are dead or dying. The nobles and commoners have never been further apart. Do you think this land will unite under you?
I mean,
More than under
he's got a point.
Except for the part where his option is the one where he's openly abusing everybody, so he's a worse option than Will.
Oh, I didn't say he was a good option.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, as bad as Roland is, he's not as bad as Patrick.
I will end this. Into the shadows.
Ready for battle.
Okay, I'm going to move here, and I'm going to act again on you.
My time to shine.
My turn.
I want them to move forward, so I'm just going to move here. That's not enough to matter. In turn.
I shan't hold back.
So Patriot moved backwards. Wasn't expecting that, but we can deal. Yeah, we're just gonna outright ignore all of these people in the back here.
Allow me.
You are going to move here, and you are going to use on yourself Invasion Spice.
For these old bones.
If I fall, so too does the kingdom. I must not fall.
And that is true. If he dies, it's game over. He is a lost condition.
I must keep a clear mind.
Okay. Oh, he is yet to go, hasn't he? Cool. Let's go ahead and warp you forward.
Be gone.
From where shall we strike?
Oh, Patriot. How you doing, bud?
You're making a grave miscalculation. Under what pretense do you lay the blame at my feet?
The king decided you have to die, ergo you die?
Tell them.
I will.
You know what I did.
I will be hard pressed to find someone less loyalist than you.
While under Gustadolf's rule. But those who would sow discord between the people and the royal family must be destroyed.
need to panic.
I need to move 2 spaces forward.
You're not getting away.
Orbital strike, go.
Count on me.
You move forward right here.
Heal Roland.
Let me take a look at the turn order, actually. If, hold on a second. 15, 16, 23. Yeah, no, heal Roland.
Here we go.
Big game, yep. Charge, yep.
Back at you.
Ah, damn. Okay, good.
My turn. It wasn't good enough. Yes, that will do nice.
Allow me to aid you, dear brother.
Nah, you're good.
My sister. Your skills in healing are a boon to all.
Nope, you're probably not going to do much of
The
anything.
royal family stands united. Patriot, you will answer for your misdeeds. I won't hold you back.
So, elude, we are going to make it to where you have a higher dodge.
I must be
My
vigilant.
thanks. None of you will survive this.
Oh, good, you move forward. Hi, Patriot. I messed up. I needed to do a quietus, and I needed to do that before I moved, but oh well.
Point me at him. Farewell.
Trish was such a good kid. I am glad we got her, by the way. Like, as annoying as it was that, like, you hated her, like, I still like her.
You left yourself open. You have earned your reputation well, Wolfort. Here I thought I was
The epic music, meanwhile, we're not focusing on any enemy at all but him.
I believe he has suffered enough. Might we show
So,
him a measure of mercy?
this is where we begin his villain arc, because Cordelia is like, hey, I know my brother. He'll want to arrest him.
Now is no time for mercy. The royal family must rally together.
Correct.
We must
Kill him.
expunge all who would tear us apart.
Yep, Roland saying kill.
My turn.
Go here, double thrust Patriot.
This is it. My lance strikes true.
You left yourself open.
I shirk from no danger.
I shan't hold back.
Okay, let's go ahead and quietus in tandem and have him get an extra turn. Move here. Leap behind Patriot.
All by my design.
Triple thrust.
Prepare yourself. That went well.
We win.
My turn.
Oh, shall I double thrust it in the Sandry?
My lance strikes true.
They made this fight way too easy.
On a pike to unite the people. They are driven by more than vengeance. You have sealed your family's fate.
So I can't see anything. Ah, there we go.
And I shall see it done no matter the cost.
Did you miss a couple lines?
Yeah, can you run that back up?
You good with that?
Yep.
Okay.
I thank you for your service, Patriot.
Yes, when I realized the only goal was to kill Patriot, I just went hard for that.
That's also a lot of money for a very short fight.
Yeah. Everything's peaceful, or is it?
We would be lost without you.
We didn't need Cordelia. What are you talking about, Roland?
My fair people, Patriot's tyranny ends here. Know that he suffered a punishment befitting his crimes. Now we can restore our home in peace.
All right. Remember how I said nothing everything is peaceful or is, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was not expecting this sort of response. You might be, but I'm wondering what you think the response of the people is going to be.
I assume boo, kill you, or something.
Not quite. I need to... Did that reset the stream, or are you still good?
I think we're good.
Okay.
Pray, good sir, why do you quake with fear? No harm can befall you now.
Thank you, my king. I shall pay what tax I owe in due course. You have my word. Please, have mercy.
Whatever do you...
Welcome home, King Roland. Gaze upon what your flight from the kingdom hath wrought.
Silence! Esfrost's aggression is the cause of this.
Or so you'd like us to believe. Did you see how ruthlessly he cut down his trusted advisor, Patriot?
King Roland is a fearsome tyrant indeed.
Esfrost was never so cruel.
Okay, tyrant it is.
You know Roland can't pull off Tyrant.
Understand in time.
I pray you're right.
We're still not done with his villain arc. Here it comes.
Is that not the girl whose parents were attacked by Patriot's men?
Attacked and gravely wounded, yes. I fear there's naught I could say that would make amends for what happened. How fare your parents?
What do you think you're doing?
Why? Why would you do that?
What in the...
Hold! I beg your forgiveness. She's not been herself ever since our parents passed.
But there were no casualties.
Not officially. The physicians refused to admit them. They tended to the wounds of the Royal Guard and Princess Cordelia first. We couldn't staunch the bleeding on our own.
No!
I had no idea.
Liar! You told them to do it, didn't you? You killed our parents!
I didn't. I would never order such a thing.
This is all your fault! You should never have come back! At least tell me why.
Because I hate you, first of all.
Tell me why my mother and father had to die.
I can't help you there.
I don't know what to... They...
Please forgive us. We won't speak ill of the royal family ever again. We'll do as we're told. Heavens forbid, should we commit a crime, I shall bear the punishment. Just promise to leave my dear sister alone.
This isn't your fault.
Lunatic.
She's right. You brought none of this upon yourselves. bid you lay the blame at my feet.
Anywho, I don't remember if there's anything. Oh, there is.
Is this the same scene?
Do not
No.
dwell on this, my king. You could not have known.
Pray let me remain Roland to you if no one else. The crown rests heavy upon my brow.
Of course. Then let us speak as equals. As friends.
That is all I ask. Vengeance blinded me, Serenoa. I was willing to do whatever it took to settle the score and save my sister. I thought defeating Esfrost would be enough. That I could restore both my kingdom and people to their former glory.
And you have, true to your word.
But at what cost? Those children are orphans now. Who knows how many others have suffered the same fate? How many innocent lives will be lost?
That one is...
How many
Can you pause
people
for a
will I
second?
fail to protect?
Go on.
Of all of the things that I blame Roland for, and believe me, I blame Roland for much. Patriot ordering people executed in the streets, but, basically on the grounds of I can get away with it. That is not on the list of things that I put at his feet. Aside from the fact that Patriot was obviously evil and should never have been trusted with power.
I mean, yeah, but you and I have discussed this already. Roland can't take pressure, and this is like the villain arc pressure that's being sent his way. And like he's blaming himself from everything. He's a king with an imposter syndrome.
I mean, I would argue he's an imposter with king syndrome.
God. Anywho.
This is not your burden
I know.
to bear alone.
The way I see it...
I was there beside you, and yet the outcome was the same.
The way I see it is at least a version of these events played out no matter which ending, which of the three directions you went with, right?
Quite likely, yes.
So, and as I said earlier, I am not going to say it excuses his decision to say, no, we're going to put Hyzant in charge. Okay? I will repeat and double down on that. Yeah. But I think it does further explain why he made that decision.
I mean, it does and it doesn't, because it will just make things worse.
Yeah.
Because Hyzant is a tyrannical theocracy.
Yeah, but from Roland's point of view, I think when you pay attention to his dialogue, he blames everything on Esfrostes, so there's no way he's going to be able, he would say, let's give everything to this Frosty, right? So, from his point of view, he chose the third option, which still was wrong, but that's the option he chose as a result.
Bear it I must, else I will be doomed to repeat it. Where you offer comfort, I see only excuses. Yet I remain every inch the fool, for my hatred of Esfrost grows with each passing second.
Case in point.
It is those dogs who must answer for this. Our people would still be whole if not for the misbegotten war they started.
And you have lost your family too. I cannot deny you the rage you feel.
You were always kind to me. In my heart of hearts, I know Glenbrook cannot truly be fixed. Perhaps it was broken from the start. We must rebuild our nation from the ground up if we are to set things right.
How do you mean?
We need something the people can rally around. Like the Hyzantians and their goddess.
And we have you, King Roland.
Yes, I thought so too. But I alone, nay, not even the royal line can.
Forgive me, Your Highness, but Frederica and Benedict have returned.
Alright. I think at this point, we can... After the scene ends...
it would be wise to finish this conversation with the others.
Because this is where it merges.
I feel the same.
Yep.
Thank you for allowing me to speak my mind.
Anywho.
You needn't thank me.
Are
you sure you're...
Yeah. I keep trying to figure out that they're done here.
Trust me.
Okay.
So long as you are by my side.
Anywho. I mean, I think each of these three choices make cases for the reason why you should go for their ending, first of all, right? But second of all, I really and truly believe that a version of... Nope, do not save. In fact, we're actually going to restart the game. Because we're not going to bother with that. So, I have a question for you, Sandry.
Yeah.
After I did this, during my loop of the game, I went and did Frederica's ending. Do you want to see some parts of it, no parts of it, or save it for later?
This time we've got plenty of stuff to do today.
Okay, save it for later. I think that's fine. Maybe we could use it to do some time, but they do exist in picture form. And I also did the drown the city route, which
we
okay,
discussed off stream, and frustratingly,
okay,
once again appears to be the canon option.
It appears to be, or at least it appears to be the most well-written option. Because
which I maintain the well-written ones tend to be the canon option.
Yeah, because it sets up the way Milo is, and I do have these as pictures in case you're curious. I mean, we can at least look at some of them here.
That said, though, I will raise one thing.
Yep.
That bit with Roland. For all that I am a huge Roland hater, and the writing was a little bit over the top, shall we say?
Yes.
Was actually a decent segment, despite the fact that we know that it is not the sort of core ending, core route, but like was actually decently written. It's a little bizarre, like the people's conclusions are a little bit interesting. What with the fact they're like, he killed his advisor, the one who's been openly extorting us.
I want to say this has something to do with Japanese culture, because I've seen very similar story arcs in various animes I've seen. If you ask me the name of them, I can't. I am just that much of a brain dead person that I can't remember it. But I do have like memories of like very similar, like, what? No, that's not what happened. Why the hell are these people acting this way? You know, sort of thoughts. And I want to say it has something to do with the way that their stories are written, right? Anywho, going off into doing the dam. We don't have to read this all because I just took a picture of it. Sycris is there, and he got demoted into dam guarding duty.
Oh my.
Yeah. The setup for this was interesting. There's 3 lamps you could disable, and if you disable those 3 lamps, you have like a stealth route you can take all the way to the get to the end goal. So, I'm just going to put these on screen. I'm not going to bother reading them unless I remember something interesting happening in them. But, you can, the people who are watching, this is the dam drowning route. And I think I got all or like 90% of all text, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so this is after you complete it. Fun fact, I actually beat that mission by only killing one guy, because there was only one guy in the area that you have to kill. The stealth route is actually stealthable. So, you know, that's fun, right? So, she's setting up this, and I don't know, I just like the way she talked about it. Like, good little Elfric.
She seems to be more involved with it. It's just like, this is my little creation.
Oh, there is one detail that I think I need to add to this moment, because it's in the Frederica ending. Elfric is Soylent Green. I mean, Elfric is people.
Is it?
It's people. It is specifically the Roselle.
Huh.
It's crystallized soul, for lack of a better word here, right? But it's literally life energy. Did you see that coming?
No, I admit I didn't. That
Elfric is people.
feels a little bit like out of left field.
Yep, Elfric is people, and you get that information in the Frederica editing. I'm adding it here just because I think it does add a little bit more context to literally everything we've ever seen. This is how we, you know how in both the endings that you saw, she sort of like dives into the river or dives away and runs away. No, in this case, the river dives into her and takes her away. That's how we get rid of her. And this is why I say this is better written, because there's no way Avlora abandons Cordelia.
No.
There's no way. And this is why I think this is better written. Yeah, they're literally hearing the rumble, and they're like, "Oh God, oh God, the rumble's happening!" But the reason why it's all that one scene is because I thought it was I thought I could record it all, and then I realized it was not 30 seconds long. Yeah, but I do find it funny. They're just like, "Hey, you should run. The dam is broken." You're like, "Ha, bullshit. There's no way that's the case." And they're like, "Oh wait, that probably is the case." This is the aftermath of the dam. You actually see the city is properly flooded, as in there's actually flood damage here. I imagine if we actually would have done the fight, we would have had flooded tiles to do in that fight that we just did, right? Let's see here. But yeah, this is, yeah, General Flora was swept into flooding. I doubt she survived. Let's see here. And they reveal that Thalos and Erica are still alive. And so now Thalos and Erica become slightly less comically evil than when they're in the Frederica is the runt of the litter mode. And instead they make Cordelia the runt of the litter. They start picking on her pretty hard. AKA, they're going to use her as a body shield. Like, they just outright soliloquize to themselves, like, "Hey, we're going to use Cordelia and, throw Roland off of his game. We have use for you yet, Cordelia." That line right there. I hope I'm not going too fast in case you actually care to read this.
Nope, carry on.
And I like Cordelia here. No, queens do not flee. I like her here. She's got a good spine on her, right? And Cordelia, so it was House Wolfort. And in this ending, Roland actually reveals himself early. He actually reveals himself before the fight starts.
Huh.
Yeah. So, you must act with ash and dust, and enough. Sir Maxwell, have you truly been alive this whole time? No, Cordelia. I roll and Gridlook will make sure of it. Sorry I left you alone, but that ends now. And this, I wish I captured the moment, but I wasn't ready for it. An archer off the top. Yeah, an archer at the top of the stairs. Boop, blinks her in the back. You've seen this battlefield a few times. You know this battlefield.
Yeah.
So
it's just like love.
Yep. And so in this one, an archer puts her in the back. I'm like, this is so much better written. Then Roland got blinded by anger, trying to stab Avlora, and instead stabbed Cordelia. I don't like that. Oh, fun fact, I took this picture. If you look right here, I don't know if you can see my mouse. People on stream definitely can't see my mouse. But if you look right here, I brought Cordelia to the fight. Despite the fact that she's bleeding out on the concrete right now. I was more surprised they let me bring her, to be honest, Sandry. So, Thalos and Erica making fun of him.
Yep.
And then she's bleeding out again, despite the fact she was fine the entire fight. I just found that to be hilarious.
And also the fact that she herself is a healer capable of magical healing, and also Gila is there who's capable of just magical healing.
Gila, cast her healing magic, and I didn't take a picture of the moment, but she did, in fact, cast her healing magic, Sandry. Better written.
And Cordelia's like, I'm still badly maimed.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like anima healing, where they could heal your life points, but it's harder to heal, like, crits.
Crits.
Yeah, so...
I suppose, but on the other hand, we've had people who've been down to like 1 HP, and Gila goes, cool, back to fighting form.
Gila has auto-res. Let's see here. Which one is this one?
So what you're telling me is that the obvious solution with Cordelia was to cast auto-res on her and then stab her in the heart and just have her pop back to full?
Right, okay, so after that mission, we do that underground mining mission, and I just wanted to bring this picture up because it's something to think about. Milo, in all the endings, this is not unique to just doing Milo's ending, right? Milo in all the endings, like, does this line. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. That must be important, right? So, just bringing it up. I figure it must be important because we need to get her to get the true ending, so therefore, this line must be important. We'll figure that out. This was nothing new, and this was me taking a picture for the stream. All right. There we go. I caught you up on all but Frederico's story, okay?
Yeah.
Would the game start, please? There we go. So I looped the entire game, got to the decision, stopped it there. There is something interesting that happens if you actually go the route we took. Quick save, I don't care. Sleep, my friends, concluded. So this is after we take the mine back for ourselves.
Deep in the Grand Nozellian mines lay a most unexpected discovery. Crystals of pure salt.
And I figured we would just let this chapter play as sort of like a catch us all up on people's stories, right?
The members of House Wolford gather at Whiteholm Castle to discuss their next move.
And this is a little bit gold right now. Yeah. So if Grief could passions move, there's going to be 2 unique scenes that you haven't seen before. One is, I'm going to let the first line play and then say it.
Unexpected though it may be, the salt crystals are now ours. How shall we proceed?
And we're not going to learn anything new from this. I'm just going to let this play and see if we can learn, we could glean anything new from the new knowledge we have, right? But other than that, one scene is going to play, and it's going to be Eridor talking like, hey, by the way, did you know our hometown has this ability to, nuke our own villages to, hurt people? And I saw that, and I was like, huh, I guess we didn't get that rundown because we didn't do the fight against the Vlora. So that just kind of comes out of nowhere in this playthrough. And the second scene we're going to happen is that last little picture I saw. I guess that was a spoiler. So, anywho, just tell me to pause. I'll pause if I have anything new to add. We're just gonna let it play here.
Carefully, for it has the potential to alter the balance of power across Norzellia.
Just a reminder, they just found the salt crystals.
This is an opportunity to reshape the realm to our benefit. We must be strategic.
It's a target on our backs is what it is. There'll be no peace for us so long as we hold them.
Hyzant will set upon us with a fury we've never known if they hear of this.
She's right. They will stop at nothing to defend their faith.
Nor will Esfrost go quietly into the night.
Then let us prepare for when word does spread, rather than fret over how long we can keep the secret. Whether we protect the salt as ours or find another way to use it, we must act soon.
I mean, we know what Roland is thinking
What
about,
say you,
right?
Your Majesty?
Yeah.
We find ourselves at a crossroads. Not just as a kingdom, but an entire realm. Our decision will touch every life in Norzellia. I too wish to act quickly. But I beg you all for a moment alone with my thoughts.
Your caution is admirable, but ill-advised. Hesitation could cost us everything.
Benedict, if like
much is
5
obvious.
minutes is a prompt, then we have an issue.
Yet I cannot race headlong into the unknown when so much depends upon us.
Benedict, I find myself unmoored as well. I wish to hear from all present before we decide upon a course of action.
As you wish. Pray let it be swift.
Serenoa,
So the obvious thing to do is to just let the game run for like 12 hours.
To walk the path with me,
What 12 hours?
whatever it may be.
Since it needs to be swift, let's just leave the game running for 12 hours while we can do other things.
I mean, they're going to walk across. They are going to walk across the continent before they make a decision. You know that, right?
Take the others
So
to Castle Wolfort and await my word.
see,
Likewise, inform me of any movements from Hyzant.
As you wish. Until we meet again.
now I don't know why he stays behind, but my guess is to prepare his kingdom for like transfer of power. That's my guess. Oh, and by the way, we have 10 character stories.
Oh, good God.
And I'm pretty sure some of them will lead into their finales too, so we have more than 10 character stories.
Have you heard the popular rumor, Lord Claris?
That Hyzant intends to raise an army against Glenbrook? Yes, I am familiar.
So it's reached the consortium then. Is it true?
King Roland has only just reclaimed the Crown City with Hyzant's help, not to mention restored relations with them. Ordinarily, such a thing would be unthinkable, but the rumors are so persistent that I think something may be afoot.
The game!
For example?
I wouldn't be so restless if I had an example to give.
Esfrost gathers its troops at Twinsgate. Might they have heard the rumors as well?
Perhaps. A battle for the very soul of Norzelia may loom on the horizon. But therein lies the opportunity for merchants like us. You can't wage war without a surfeit of supplies.
You're quite right about that.
And each shift in Norzelia's power balance opens new business opportunities.
Will the consortium continue trading with Hyzant?
'Tis difficult to say. I believe House Wolfort's actions from here on will be key to the consortium's decision.
House Wolfort, you say?
Indeed.
I do say.
They've been involved in most every conflict between the three nations on this continent. Why stop now? I shall wait and see how Lord Serenoa responds first, lest I make any hasty decisions.
So, if you go to Frederica ending, Claris is actually very helpful. And he does that in... Basically, he does that because we tell him, like, the truth behind the salt crystals. He's like, information will be, you know, my key to victory, right? So he's actually very helpful in the Frederica route. If you're wondering what his importance is, he only really shows up there, in my opinion. He has, like, scenes elsewhere, but other than that... Oh, now I remember why I took those other pictures.
I am gladdened to see
let this play.
each and every one of you, my ironclad brothers in arms, here at Twins.
I took a couple of pictures between these guys, Savrog and Gustadov, and now I remember what those pictures were for. They actually, Savrog does change his dialogue to acknowledge that Wolfort told me the truth. So he did change his dialogue, and that's why I took those pictures. I forgot why I took those pictures. Just bringing that up again.
I have asked you here to tell you of a most fortuitous discovery.
Fortuitous
We have found
discovery.
crystals of salt deep in the Grand North. Alas, Glenbrook has taken those very mines from us. What's worse, Glenbrook's esteemed House Wolfort is led by one of the saintly seven of Hyzant. They will no doubt be informed of the salt crystals, and their precious religion will be shaken to its core. I trust you can all imagine how Hyzant will respond to such an affront. They will not go quietly, but will instead seek the crystals for themselves, that their reign of terror may continue unimpeded. Therefore, we must subdue Glenbrook and seize the mines for Esfrost if we are to counter this grave threat. But we cannot stop there, for that will only draw Hyzant to our gates. They will stop at nothing to conquer all of Norzelia in their name. The Duchy has never been in a more precarious position.
So let's do it first.
But we will not yield. We subscribe to no faith, and we bend the knee for no king. We shall greet our enemies at Twinsgate with cold, hard steel. Our newest weapon, the Death Knell, is nearly complete. With it, we shall strike back at Hyzant.
I don't know if you read that, but when I was going through the bickering between Thalos and Erica, one of the things that they said is, "Man, we would have had the Death Knell if you didn't kill our explosives expert." And they're talking about Jagan.
Whoops.
Yeah, no, but they're bickering when they were in that castle before Cordelia was like, "No, a queen doesn't retreat."
I missed that.
Yeah, that bickering was a part. That was a part of their bickering. That was an amazing combination of lines they were yelling at each other.
The false goddess shall crumble beneath the sheer force
And that's another reason why I thought.
will,
Okay.
And Hyzant reduced to rubble.
And that's another reason why I thought that ending was more well written, because they even one more time brought up the whole Death Knell conversation versus it being a spotty all over the place conversation, right? Anywho, yeah, drowning the city seems to be what I think. Okay, this is just me saying this, and I think this is the last thing we should say about this topic. What I think what happened is they wrote a story and then wrote several what-ifs without taking into full account the things they don't say in the other routes. I think that is definitely the case. Do you agree or disagree?
I think that is much closer to what happened than what they tried to make it seem like happened.
Anyway.
Raise your swords, my black iron heroes. Your names shall be cast in iron when the histories of this day are written. You shall be known as the defenders of Esfrost.
For Esfrost!
Oh yes. The Death Knell will reduce many a falsehood to rubble, dear Gustadolf.
And that's the thing that bothered me about the Benedict ending. That line did not get a payoff. That line of, "I'm very obviously going to backstab you, Gustadolf," did not get any payoff in the Benedict, let's kill Hyzant ending, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I do know that line pays off if we do the Roland ending, because, I got spoiled by it.
Ah, Milo has sent a dispatch from Glenbrook. Deep within the Grand Rosalian mines lies...
So Milo still sent this information.
It would seem salt crystals were found within.
Even though she's now on our side, she sent this information. Why?
The discovery of salt outside the source explains Gustadolf's recent provocations.
It does feel like they had to sort of force the issue.
So calm. The teachings
Maybe
tell us that salt is a blessing bestowed only upon the goddess's followers. The discovery of these salt crystals is an existential threat to Hyzant.
I don't know.
Salt crystals are salt too. We need only keep word of this discovery from spreading.
Of course. But how?
The Hierophant has spoken. Minister Exham, you shall raise an army and seize the Grand Norzelian mines in Hyzant's name.
The Hierophant asks us to invade Glenbrook?
Do you have another way to silence King Roland and his royal hounds in House Wolfort?
Minister Serenoa is one of us, and thus is honor-bound to heed the Hierophant's word.
No!
But we know not if he will do so, or if he will cast his lot with his precious king. You shall ask him yourself when you surround Castle Wolfort en route to the mine.
And if he resists?
You are free to deal with him, as we do with all who forsake the goddess.
Hyzant has learned of the salt crystals. Minister Exham of the Saintly Seven wastes no time in mustering his army, which now marches on the Grand Norzelian mines. Elsewhere, Gustadolf amasses his own forces at Twinsgate in anticipation of the war to come. All eyes are on Glenbrook, where Roland and Serenoa's pronouncement could touch off a battle for the soul of Norzelia. After much deliberation, Roland makes his way to Castle Wolfort to inform Serenoa of the decision that now weighs heavy on his heart.
I appreciate you coming all this way, Roland.
I was the one who asked for your time, so it is only natural I make the journey. I wish to tell you that I finally made up my mind.
And I would hear your decision if you were willing to share it with me.
I've long pondered over the one thing that Norzelia needs most.
And this is where all three of them meet with Serenoa and give them their reasons.
Yet the root of our conflict remains the same. Each nation still thinks only of itself, wishing to fill its coffers even at the expense of others. But who bears the brunt of such a war?
The people.
Exactly so. The avarice of the ruler is an existential threat to the loyal subjects.
And yet without that wealth, the people suffer just as much. They languish in poverty.
This much is obvious. But there can be no winner without a loser. Remove one, and you necessarily remove the other. If we achieve equality, we achieve peace.
I still say this doesn't excuse him, by the way.
No, surely you don't mean...
Yes. The goddess's teachings. All can live as equals under the goddess. An authority greater than any king. The model nation was in front of us all along, Serenoa. The holy state of Hyzant. I have decided that we must give the salt crystals in the Grand Norzelian mines to Hyzant.
And in so doing, you'll give them control of all Norzelia.
Exactly. There will be no more squabbling over salt. Norzelia will know eternal peace at last.
Unequal peace, surely. One built on the backs of a people like the Roselle, if not the Roselle themselves.
I am not blind to that fact. But so few will suffer for the good of so many. Nothing in this world is perfect, Serenoa. The sacrifice of the few for the good of the many. It's the only clear answer, and one I would give every time I were asked.
Submitting to the goddess will rob you of your kingship.
So be it. My crown. My pride.
I'm more surprised you aren't yelling at Roland at the moment.
I already yelled at him the first time.
Truly prepared to throw it all away.
Join me, Serenoa. Let us unite Norzelia under the holy state.
It's just tyranny by another name.
I understand.
Just what?
Pray, take all
It's
the
just
time.
tyranny by another name.
I expect Frederica will want nothing to do with this plan, seeing as it forsakes her people. I am already mourning the rift this may cause between you. But I shall not be
I have
swayed.
bad news for you, sir.
This will be my final act as Glenbrook's king.
Then I shall get you right where you stand. Surprise! I am king. Go die.
King Roland's anguish plays plainly across his face.
Another thing about
to see him so tortured.
Another thing about Frederica's ending that explains something that I'm pretty sure I actually would have figured out if I actually would have read like the all of that little like lore documents we got that I never read. Apparently, this continent is on a peninsula surrounded by wasteland that's actually completely and totally uninhabitable. They have no idea what an ocean is. Like, they literally have no idea what an ocean is. And, like, when they're like, oh, we can go to a place where there's salt water as far as the eye can see, they're like, oh, man, that place sounds great. I'm like, you guys are talking about an ocean. Oh, fuck, they don't know what an ocean is. They literally live in, like, a peninsula surrounded by miles, like, hundreds of miles of wasteland as far as I can tell. The fact that they managed to...
Peninsula.
Or not a peninsula,
Plateau?
Plateau, thank you. Like, they live on a plateau surrounded by miles of wasteland that nobody can use. How they lived, I have no freaking clue.
I'm not surprised. The future of our kingdom, to say nothing of the entire continent, rests upon his shoulders.
Pray tell, what do you intend to do about the salt crystals?
In truth, I cannot decide. Salt is too precious to be hoarded. We've a duty to share it with the people, which is...
Where the difficulty lies, yes. The source makes that all too clear. Salt lies at the heart of every war in Norzelia.
Would that the boundless salted sea of Rosellan legend still existed. We'd have no need of conflict if there were a source of salt for all.
My love, if I may, the discovery of the salt crystals has made two things plain to me. The first is that my mother spoke true in the legend she passed on to me.
And the other is that the goddess's teachings are nothing more than a lie built to constrain your people.
Just so. We are guilty of nothing. Yet the Roselle languish in the source, where they are looked down upon and forced to work until they die. Entire generations lost, countless lives given to Hyzant's cruelty. Cruelty created to justify Hyzant's own avarice and lust for power.
Such is the ugly lie at the heart of their teachings.
One revealed by a crystal of the mineral they hold so dear. The time has come, Serenoa. The Roselle must be freed. The salt crystals have brought us to the brink of war. We can harness this unrest, incite the Roselle to rise up and rebel against their captors.
I am with you. Believe me, I am. But you make it sound so...
Simple. Yes, I know. But the suffering of my people is so distant for everyone else. We can no longer wait for someone to do the right thing. Help isn't coming. Why else would my own mother incite rebellion? We are alone.
I swear to you, none of this feels distant to me. The Roselle live in my domain. I am betrothed to you, my dear. It couldn't feel any closer.
And I thank the stars that I have you by my side. I do. In truth, that's why I think this time will be different. Why I'll be able to accomplish what my mother could not.
I agree. But the risk is immense. Suppose we succeed, what then? Hyzant will not let us go quietly.
Of course not.
And when that time comes, you can lead the Roselle to Centralia, just as your mother wrote about in the book she left behind. beyond the Great Falls and the Falk's domain at the end of the Norzelia River, the ancestral home of the Roselle.
But that's just a legend.
We've already found one legend to be rooted in truth. Perhaps this one is as well. And if not, at least you'll be safe from harm.
I doubt Benedict will share our feelings, though. Abandoning all we've built to embark on a journey fraught with danger in search of a legend. Yet no matter how perilous the path ahead, I would happily walk it at your side.
You two should kiss.
Yes. Yeah.
We both went for the same joke. Got it.
I trust you understand what a monumental effect the discovery of these salt crystals will have on Norzelia's history. Whatever course of action we choose will determine whether House Wolfort leaves a legacy in that history, or is expunged from it.
How would you proceed, Benedict?
I would do all I could to keep it from falling into Hyzant's hands. They already control the source. With the crystals in hand, they will solidify their grip on the realm and in time dominate it. The siren song of a false equality under their goddess shall blanket the land, claiming every domain and its people.
Even though they count me among the Saintly Seven?
Even then, for that matters little when the equality they espouse is dictated by the goddess, or should I say, the Hierophant. In the end, they will have the same life and death control over all Norzelia that they now hold over the Roselle.
And our wounds from the battle with Esfrost have only begun to heal. Hyzant will destroy us if we wage war against them in our current state.
But they stand little chance against us if we ally with Esfrost.
Ally with Esfrost? Are you of sound mind, Benedict?
Quite. Think about it for a moment. Esfrost wants nothing more than to loosen Hyzant's grip. They will go to war if it means control of the salt crystals.
Our interests are broadly aligned, yes, but...
Esfrost has been building toward precisely that purpose for some time now.
You speak of the Death Knell, the weapon that Cordelia mentioned.
Precisely. A weapon capable of reducing the goddess's shield to rubble, leaving Hyzant's capital ripe for the taking.
What do you think is more powerful, the Death Knell or Elfric?
You need only say the word, and I shall convince Esfrost to
I'm
join
going to
our
go
side.
with the Death Knell for one reason.
I appreciate your
It's a big fuck-off cannon that can move cannonballs the size of human beings?
It's a big fuck-off cannon that can move cannonballs the size of human beings miles and miles and miles away. The advantage is not power, but range.
I bid you listen closely and calmly to what I'm about to ask.
Yeah, I remember the first time when I heard this, I was like, oh, Sandry's going to choose this
King
ending.
Roland is fit to rule?
What are you implying?
I remember when I originally heard
Little
it.
use when the fate of our realm is at stake, Lord Serenoa. Are you content to spend the rest of your life in servitude to another?
Not another word, Benedict.
So which one do you think is the most convincing, Benedict or Frederica?
And you
In some ways,
are
honestly,
Lord of House
Frederica.
Wolfort, whose military prowess is known to all Norzelia. Not the guard dog of Glenbrook and Hyzant. What else are you here to do, if not to protect your house and keep its banner aloft? But you have the potential for so much more. All Norzelia could be yours if you but desired it.
Treason, if not outright regicide. These are your suggestions.
Of course not. The blood in your veins and the royal family's ring are claim enough to the throne. There is no need for violence.
I told you not to speak of that again.
But you did not tell me to forget. The time to reckon with your lineage draws near. You must make a...
I've heard enough. Leave me.
Just know that I will do anything you ask of me, Lord Serenoa. I pray that you make the right choice, not only for House Wolfort, but for yourself.
I need to see what else this guy voice acts, because I like the Benedict voice. So this is the scene you get if you skip the burning.
Alas,
you don't get the scene otherwise.
I know not which is the righteous path.
Remember I said there's a bonus scene?
I'll follow you down whatever path you choose. We'll fight who we have to fight together. And as long as it's just a single battle ahead of us, we gotta win in strategy. If we lure the enemy here, that is.
What do you mean?
This village has a deadly secret lad for times such as this. You see the aqueducts all around, don't you? They can be filled with oil just as well as water. We can lure the enemy in, trap them, and then set whole plots ablaze.
How terrible.
Of course, we know about this information because we did the other ending first, right?
Yeah.
But
I only found out from Benedict the other day myself. All you need to do is hit one of the hawk statuettes. That'll spring a fence up around the area and set the oil alight.
But the fact that they just said, "Oh, we'll actually tell you about this if you go here without finding it." Okay.
And take part of the village with it. Truly a last resort.
Unfortunately, they probably have
I
archers.
understand why your father and Benedict...
But we have a bird.
Yes, but
I'm
archers.
not telling you just for your edification. If you think it necessary, don't hesitate to use it.
Okay, I don't believe for a minute that Eridor would use the word
I shall take your
edification.
words to heart.
What, you're saying he's a spy?
I mean, I think that he's a doppelganger or a plant, a double, yes.
Let's see here. Do you care about any of their stories?
Not enough to deal with it.
We'll do it for filler if we have to have filler. How about that?
Fair enough.
Okay. I'm going to drop a save file. I'm going to drop and duplicate a save file here. And duplicate. No. Yes.
You are certain Hyzan's army marches for the Grand Norzelian mines?
There is no doubt.
They've heard word of the crystals.
It was only a matter of time. We knew this.
Esfrost's army gathers at Twinsgate as well.
War's breaking out over this thing, and
I'll be
we've
right
got
back.
to be ready.
Oh, okay.
How will Glenbrook respond, King
I figured the cinematic's a good time for me to step away for a second.
There's no need to prepare for war. I have decided that we will surrender the salt crystals to the holy state of Hyzant.
What?
Furthermore, I hereby declare that the kingdom of Glenbrook and its people shall submit to the goddess and her teachings. There is no way to bring happiness to all Norzelia with the salt crystals, which is why I have chosen a path that will allow the greatest number of people to live in equality and harmony.
How could you? Do you not see that Hyzant's dominion over Norzelia's salt is why we are in conflict already? Is the suffering of the Rosal not proof enough that the goddess's vaunted equality is a lie?
She speaks the truth, my king. Handing over the salt crystals is tantamount to giving Hyzant's goddess free reign of Norzelia. Will you so readily surrender the realm to the Hierophant?
I acknowledge the abdication of my kingdom and kingship alike. A small price to pay in my eyes. In exchange for the security and prosperity of the many.
And the sacrifice of the Roselle. Is that a small price to you?
It is.
How could you say such a thing to my face?
I, for one, oppose. I would prefer to ally with Esfrost and strike back at
Ally with Esfrost.
The salt deposits within the mines give us the leverage we need to convince Gustadolf to join us.
Ally with Esfrost? You dare suggest we ally with the man who murdered my father?
I see no reason why we should not. You proposed abdicating the throne for the sake of the kingdom and its people. So you should have no trouble putting aside your own feelings and judging this matter dispassionately.
I cannot believe my own ears.
Yeah, that's such a great line.
I will not have you lecture me on
It
feelings
is a great
when it is
line.
not your father he murdered.
None of you can see beyond your own grievances. It's no wonder my people have suffered for generations. We're told to believe in the goddess, while our own lives are thrown away to make a few more grains of your precious salt. And now, even with proof that the goddess is a lie, you would watch us dig our own graves for your comfort.
Lady Frederica, please. We shall speak of the Roselle in due time.
No, I've heard that before. Your due time is never, and I will not have you cast us aside for another 3 decades or more. All else is in disarray. If Hyzant seizes the salt crystals, we forfeit the best opportunity in decades to free my people. We know the truth. We must act upon it. We must be a light in the darkness.
We cannot afford to dilute our forces when the enemy marches on us as we speak.
So we are a distraction to you?
I am merely being rational. Liberating the Roselle would be extremely dangerous. We cannot take such a risk. Suppose we succeed. How do you propose we fend off the fury Hyzant will rain down upon us?
Esfrost would pounce on us, sensing weakness at the undue burden we've taken upon ourselves.
Precisely. We would be without allies and ripe for the taking.
There is another way.
Another way?
And what, pray tell, would that be?
We set out alongside the Roselle in search of Centralia.
Centralia is a myth.
The legends of my people are true.
I care not one whit if they are. I will hear no talk of forsaking the Wolfort domain.
Silence! I have heard enough to know where each of you stand. Do you all hold the courage of your own convictions?
I do.
Nothing I've heard here has swayed me.
I feel the same.
Very well.
All right, here comes the.
I
You
would
are
ask for
here,
some
right?
time to think on the matter.
Here comes the bonus. Okay, because here comes the bonus scene. The scene you wouldn't get otherwise if you didn't have all the keys.
I understand each of you keenly, my friends. You have not arrived at these decisions lightly, and I do not doubt your convictions. Yet choosing any of the options before me risks creating a schism among the others. I cannot afford to lose any of you. Not after how far we've come. Which leaves me only one option.
Well, will the scales guide us? Or shall we say, fuck the scales?
Fuck the scales, obviously.
Alrighty then.
Nay, I mustn't give in so readily. There must be another way. One that will bind us together, not tear us asunder. Now then, to find it.
Ooh, there's probably more after this.
Certainties first.
Okay.
We cannot afford to relinquish control of the salt crystals to any one nation. Salt necessarily belongs to the people, and on that point I shall not waver. There must be a way to bring about the lasting peace Roland desires without the need for Hyzant's warped teachings. Hyzant moves to take the Grand Norzelian mines as I contemplate this. It must be stopped. They will no doubt make an ostentatious show of power in an attempt to intimidate us. What's worse, they'll soon be at our door, and we'll not defeat them with our army alone. Surely there's a way we can hold them off.
Oh, hold on a second. Do we have to make decisions here? I think we do have to make decisions. Let's see here. Okay. All right. We'll do what we did before when there's a correct answer and there's a set of choices. You choose, I'll correct you. So, yep. The log, if you want the log, they'll no doubt make an ostentatious show of power and attempt to intimidate us.
Let's wash them away with the river.
Okay, let's wash them away with the river. Nope.
I assume correct is the fire.
Yeah, correct is greet them with the Wolfort Domain's fire.
The wildfire, of course. We'll draw them into the village and set the vast majority of their forces alight. The Hierophant will never relent, however. Hyzant will bear down on us with the full force of their army. We've no chance of winning a protracted war. Hyzant must fall, and quickly. We need Esfrost. We need the Death Snell. 'Tis the only way we'll pierce the goddess's shield. I hardly relish the thought of asking Gustadolf to come to our aid. He'll no doubt demand the salt crystals in return. Who might help us get our hands on that weapon?
Farag?
I will put out, we actually can't drown them in the river, because technically in this playthrough, I've already destroyed the dam. So, even if that was legitimately an option, I've already done it.
So, Svarog?
Yeah, so Lord Sawag might be the key.
Lord Svarog, yes. He swore to fight alongside us. It's time he made good on his word. We share a common enemy in Gustadolf. He'll be a boon. There is still the matter of how we invade Hyzant and incite the Roselle to rebel.
Frederica, this map was a battlefield, and the Geomancer has a skill that has unlimited range, but in a plus sign around them. Look at these nice long planks that all the enemies love to walk on.
Oh my god.
Yes! It was awesome! So how do we get the Roselle to rebel?
Kill the Hierophant? No, it's destroy the statue, right?
Yeah, expose the truth hidden within the statue.
Yes! We'll blast away the statue and reveal Hyzant's lies for all to see. If the Rosellan legends are true, an enormous pillar of salt rests within the goddess's statue. Revealing that will prove that the Roselle spoke truth all these years. Goddess and Hierophant alike will lose all claim to authority, leaving them open to a revolt from a united Roselle. And now we have the means to make the explosives that will bring Hyzant to its knees. Just one problem remains. How will we manage to pass through the goddess's shield? No banner could pass into Hyzant without arousing suspicion. Unless...
I don't know, the consortium? I don't know what's going on.
You don't know? So Travis's crew is Travis and Trish, right?
Yeah.
And there's no way the Roselle helped them through because they're, they're not there. So...
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is the consortium in this case.
Unless they've no banner at all. The consortium,
I'm going to tell you,
course.
some of these answers make sense if you've done the other endings.
Ought to bring Claris to the table.
Specifically, Frederico's in there.
His self-interest, the rest will follow. I have it. I've found a way to give everyone what they want most in one fell swoop. The salt crystals will belong to all, and not just a privileged few. The people of Norzelia will finally be lords and ladies of their own making, masters of their own destinies. Benedict's fervent desire to protect the domain's integrity, Roland's yearning for equity, Frederica's resolve to free her people. I hear you all, my friends. You're not alone. Nor are the countless others who look to me at this late hour. If ever there were a time to heed my father's last words, it is now. I must forge my own path and lead my people. The scales cannot save us this time. The words of my closest confidants have revealed a way forward that the scales never could. All that remains is to convince them to follow down the path I have made. As Lord of House Wolford, I solemnly swear an oath by which all future lords shall be bound. I will never turn my back on the promise of a better world.
That was actually pretty cool. I think that was a good payoff for setting the scene with the the scales right there.
Scales. Yeah, I'll give you that. The only catch is the scales should never have been a mechanic.
I think I want to drop the save here for this.
One second, I'll be right back.
We're going straight into another scene, so...
Give me a moment. I just found stuff I need to clean up.
Oh, God. Let me send a text message really quick, then. Okay.
Proceed.
Okay. Just taking a brief moment to give a stretch. Although I did look away. Did he like bump the scales when it started moving, or did they move on their own? I looked away like at the moment that mattered.
They moved on their own.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, that becomes a little bit more of an interesting moment when because they moved on their own. Okay.
Thus did Serenoa ascertain the scale's true purpose. Taking up the mantle of his late father, Lord Simone, and the ill-fated Dragan, Serenoa returns to present his allies with a bold new vision for Norzelia's future.
Do we not get to be king in this one?
I don't know. We'll see.
I have made up my mind. We turn the salt crystals over to no one, but we do not keep them for ourselves. Instead, we distribute them equally to every person across Norzelia and change the face of the continent.
Do you hear yourself?
Are you an idiot?
Sincerely, Serenoa.
What of the Roselle?
I speak my conscience, and I promise I have not forgotten the Roselle. Pray, grant me the time to explain my strategy. We must put an end to the teachings if we are to release the salt to all Norzelians. Which is to say, the holy state of Hyzant must fall.
So we are to take up Benedict's proposal?
No. I propose we attack on 3 separate fronts.
At the same time?
We will use our domain's wildfire to prevent Hyzant from capturing the mines. Meanwhile, I wish to negotiate an accord with Esfrost that affords us use of the Death's Knell. I know full well the risks involved. However, I believe we can convince Svarog, who opposes the Archduke, that an alliance is worthwhile. Finally, we expose the falsehoods that prop up Hyzant's precious teachings and incite another Rosellan uprising. In one fell swoop, we can abase the Hierophant and throw the capital into chaos. That accomplished, we shall sack the Holy State with Esfrost at our side. With both the source and the crystals in our possession, no one in Norzelia will ever want for salt. We can bring peace, equity, and stability to all Norzelia, just as Roland envisioned. We can restore the Wolfort name to its former glory and usher it into a new era, as Benedict desires. An era, my dear Frederica, in which the Roselle shall be free once and for all. What I ask may sound impossible, but we have survived long odds before. Let us cling together and do so once again. Do any present have objections to the path I have set before us?
Roland, please.
None for me, lad. You've quickened the very blood in my veins.
Permit me to speak plainly, Your Majesty. I am in agreement.
Roland, I'd like you to make me king, please.
We cannot dream our desires into reality. Some things must be fought for and won.
We've tried your way, Benedict. It's time we tried something new.
What say you three?
I am ashamed to admit that my obsession with the domain's safety may have blinded me to more aggressive solutions. Your plan is audacious, perhaps even reckless, but it is not impossible and may well be worth the risk. House Wolfort is better for having you at its helm, Lord Serenoa.
The fate of my people always felt so small compared to the war raging around us. Yet you would still choose to walk a dangerous path rather than cast the Roselle aside. It would be my honor to fight alongside you and see this through.
I honestly thought Hyzant would rule better than I could. That they would bring prosperity to Norzelia.
I mean,
shrank from my duties and lost myself to the idea of revenge.
I'm
upon
not sure that I
Gustavo.
would disagree that they did a better job than you, dumbass.
They will have betrayed my own kingdom.
I think this line shows more about Roland's mentality. He was willing to overlook Hyzant to get his revenge.
Yep, which track? Doesn't mean that we started with that.
Like, I think this says more about his mentality, if more than anything. I just wanted to bring that up because he kind of talked over him, so like, I don't know if you were paying attention to what he said.
But you, Serenoa, opened my eyes to the truth. And for you, my friend, as King of Glenbrook, I shall face any enemy and lead our people to glory.
Then we've no need of the scales. Our path is decided.
Hold on a second. Ah, Sandry, your second favorite line in this entire game.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That, like, they should have said that when they were doing the fucking game design. The game would have been better for it.
I'll just take a picture of that.
From here on out, we shall split into 3 regiments. Allow me to explain the role each has to play. I pray that clarifies what each regiment needs do.
Yep. What do we have to do again?
The war risks slowly driving the 3 kingdoms to ruin and starving their people in the process. Not to mention, all involved will lose sight of what they were fighting for, if they haven't already.
Agreed. 'Tis for the good of all if we bring it to a swift and decisive end.
And so we find ourselves contemplating war on 3 fronts.
Hyzant and Esfrost aren't expecting such drastic action from us. The element of surprise may deliver us victory.
As will the leader of each regiment involved in this gambit.
I shall lure the Hyzantian army to their doom here at Castle Wolffort.
Svarog knows who I am, and swore he would fight alongside me. I shall depart for Esfrost and hold him to his word.
Pray, let me be the one to journey to Hyzant. I would love nothing more than to expose their false idol for all to see, and lead my people to rebel in the name of freedom.
Yeah, alright.
Then I shall secure the help of Claris of the Consortium in exchange for information about the salt crystals.
I figured out why you need a large team for the final mission. We literally have 3 missions of people, and they're all mutually exclusive.
Yep.
Oh, God. The only thing I'm sitting here thinking is, who do I give Anne to?
This is going to be an interesting problem to sort out, isn't it?
Yeah.
He can secret you inside the capital and provide you with explosives enough to fell the goddess. Though we fight on distant fronts, we are bound together in spirit. We fight to the last for Norzelia!
Huzzah! Huzzah!
According to this, before... Wait, is it during this chapter or before our next chapter? Avlora is soon.
I was to say, aren't we supposed to pick up, you know...
Avlora is soon. We'll figure it out. Oh! Hey, Avlora, what's up?
No, it can't be.
Just give up. You die.
Avlora? Of the Esfrosti army?
Avlora wins.
General, I come to you now as a citizen of Norzelia, nothing more. I come to House Wolffort in search of sanctuary. I beg you, have the mercy to take me in.
Avlora, I've got good news. Queen Cordelia's on our team because I actually bothered to loop this game. You're going to be happy. He's going to be happy, right, Sandry?
I mean, I think that in this case, Avlora has to go with whatever team gets Cordelia.
Wait here.
So, Avlora has an interesting, unique ability. She gets stronger the less people you field.
We thought you missing.
Cool.
Indeed, it was your actions that caused my brief disappearance. Though I bear no grudge for how the battle ended.
It was our actions! Yes! We shoved an entire river down your throat. We literally broke a dam. We didn't shove an entire river down her throat. We shoved an entire lake down her throat. Like, we broke a dam and the dam did a surge.
This time, however, I come to you with a humble request. I wish to join your ranks, if you'll have me.
You wish to defect? To what end?
That we may bring this fraught and fractious chapter of Norzelia's history to a close. I would see those of Lady Cordelia's generation preside over an era of peace and tranquility.
Okay.
You've every right to doubt me when I say Lady Cordelia has touched me.
Pinky.
I'm just going to point this out. This is another thing of what I thought, like, this is all about the new generation taking over the old, this story. That's just another line, like, bringing that straightforward. Am I wrong?
I think more of the world could do it.
But I swore to be her sword forevermore, not Esfrost.
I got good news for you.
We have long been enemies. You've taken much from us in Esfrost's name. I know you to be many things, General Avlora, but a schemer and a liar are not among them. I trust that you speak true, and your talk of a swift end to this conflict appeals to me. You're of the same mind.
My lord.
Nevertheless, there remains bad blood between us. There may be some within our ranks who are less than pleased to see you.
I think Cordelia will be more than pleased to see you. Also,
I expect there will be. I understand their hurt, and have made my peace with it.
Also, every person you killed has come back. Maxwell, Roland.
You've done very little actual, killing of important named characters.
Yeah. Like, come come on! We have Maxwell and Cordelia on our team! You what?
I will suffer their slings and arrows gladly, if it means bringing peace to Norzelia.
Now, there's a phrase you don't see much outside of fucking
I
Shakespeare.
admire your conviction. In truth, we have already arrived at our decision. Your strength is a boon we can neither hope to replicate nor replace.
In truth, we already have Cordelia and Maxwell on our team. You were just the icing on the cake at this point.
I welcome you, General Avlora, to House Wolfort.
My
So we have two of the three greatest, single warriors of our time.
Who's the third? X-Arm?
At least allegedly.
Okay.
Given how much of a bitch he's turned out to be in most combat style.
A fierce fighter willing to risk even her own life. Stats increase when her HP is low. Boasts an incredibly powerful attack, though it's not without danger. It self-harms for more damage.
That's her cross of bleed to hurt.
I guess.
Now, Serenoa, let us divide House Wolfort into 3 regiments.
Is it wrong that I want Cordelia and Maxwell to show up in this scene? I really do. Cordelia and Maxwell have to go with Avlora, don't they?
I mean, I think that is true. Yes.
Okay.
I leave the allocation of forces in your capable hands.
Choose wisely. Once the plan is in motion, we won't have the luxury of adjusting our strategy.
Understood.
Each regiment will fight as its own separate battle. And we are missing one character. And that is Trish's dad, Travis. Okay, hold on a second. Yeah. All right. How the hell? Okay, this is going to take a minute for me to think through because each team is going to have its own set of balances. Let's go ahead. Let's have Cordelia, Maxwell, and Avlora on the same team. And maybe stick them with Roland, maybe? I guess?
That seems perfectly plausible.
Oh, I might need to equip them before this starts, too.
That might be why.
Oh, boy.
Also, you have to upgrade her.
I can't go to the menu to upgrade her.
But that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, okay. So this team, as far as I'm concerned, I've only put 3 characters in this team, in Roland's team. I've only put Cordelia, Maxwell, and Avlora. Now, Avlora, I do know she gets stronger if she's missing people. So I'm just going to go ahead and take one person out and say we're not fielding one person in her team.
Fair.
So, offensive person, offensive person, offensive person. They're going to need either Eridor or Flanagan. Let's give him Flanagan.
Fair. They should probably have at least one other support type. They have Julio.
Julio is the support type, but he pairs well with mages. And he doesn't have a mage to pair with. So let's give him a mage that's also a healer. So that way they have 2 healers and at least 1 mage so far.
Alright. So 2 more bodies.
Do we think Julio goes in this mission? Or do we send him on a mission that has, like, Frederica and another healer?
You're right. We should probably send him on a place where... Well, yeah.
Okay. I think they need... So, Narv would be a ranged guy. Let's give him a second ranged guy. And you know what? Narv pairs really well with Izana. So, like, these two just pair well together. So, we'll bring them together.
And they also go well with Julio as a compliment.
Yeah, and I think, finally, Eanes for battlefield control.
Yep, fair enough.
Alright. All that's left is choosing the team that are in these two groups. Alright, I think this healer definitely goes with Frederica. Because, TP... Yeah, TP giving. Also, Frederica has that charge ability. She can execute her Your Turn Is Now ability.
Yeah.
And then just execute it. Because we can't bring Benedict, which has the other Your Turn Is Now ability. I think just simply due to I'm keeping logical pairs together, Gila goes with Frederica.
I think arguably so does Serenoa at that point.
Okay. Serenoa. Weird, I thought Serenoa was going to have to go off on his own. Alright, so we have a healer, and a frontline sort of tank, but mostly DPS. So, a second tank, but mostly DPS should do.
Grab, what's his name? What's his name? Third person boy.
Him?
Your favorite person.
Oh! You want me to bring Lionel?
So that he can taunt. Because we don't have a taunt on that team.
True. Okay. But
So bring the tank DPS with them.
Just on top of that? Alright.
Yeah, because she can't taunt. She's a tank DPS, but she doesn't have a taunt.
I think Corrington goes in this group. I'm not saying I'm selecting Rudolph, I'm just saying I think he goes in that group, so I'm moving him over there.
Fair.
I mean, I think we should bring Rudolph, because that's a solid ranged, and...
Yeah, he's a very solid ranged. One thought. Shouldn't Hewitt be with what's his name? Roland?
Hewitt, for some reason I forgot who Hewitt is in the moment. Hold on a second.
Bird Archer. Bird Archer.
Bird Archer.
Bottom corner.
Oh, okay. Hewitt is going with Roland. I guess we take So Julio can sort of act like he can't taunt, but he can sort of act like a tank. But I'd rather have him be supporting the healers.
Having one person with a taunt on each team is a good idea.
I guess we're not bringing Eanes to that team. I just didn't see anybody else to take out, lest we actually rip out Narv and Izana together. Actually, that might work. This person... wait. This person. A good support character can move people across the arena. Because part of Cordelia's problem is she's a turret healer, which means she needs to stay still. And you saw me use him during that other fight where I teleported people. So, all right. Are we keeping? We were up to Rudolph at this point.
Yeah.
Rudolph. Do we want him there? I mean, he would be the first actual ranged character.
Do we have any healers in the central group?
Not at the moment.
I think they have to at least get the horse healer then.
Give him what healer?
The horse healer?
Okay, I'm hearing the first
healer. The what? Mounted healer?
The first.
The one
What
on
do
a
you?
horse?
What do you mean the first healer?
Horse.
Horse
Yay.
healer. Oh, horse healer. Okay.
Wait, no. Put Eridor back.
I think we bring Rudolph to this group. All right. I've got a better question. Which group do we offload Picoletta and Decimal onto? They are, even though they are max level, arguably the weakest characters I've got.
I think that they go with Serenoa's team then. Put Nard in the other team. He goes with.
Oh god, this is a mage-heavy team with that.
And the Geomancer in there.
Yeah, but the Geomancer can earn TP by moving. So she's fine. And Haas can earn TP by moving, so she's fine.
You've got 2 archers, a tank, a pony healer. That is the weak team.
I don't see this team as the weak team. I see this team as the glass cannon team.
Sorry, I should rephrase. The unbalanced team. It is full of squishy damage.
Alright, let's...
Give them Anne.
Give the man? Alright, hear me out here. No, wait, that's sort of a healer given the right circumstances. That. So, she's also a CC support character. So she's pretty good.
Mean.
Yeah, she's pretty good, and she's got the power of love.
What does Tempt do anyway?
Gives them charm, and they work for our side for 1 turn.
Oh, that's just evil. I like it.
All right, I think the teams are teamed. And now...
I also like the fact that Benedict has the criminal on his team.
The criminal... Okay.
I like he, accidentally land on exactly who I'm talking about.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let's go to the start. Start with... Serenoa. His equipment's good. Okay, your equipment is not good. Let's go ahead and equip. I'm going to assume that I need to have everybody equipped and we can't switch equipment.
Yeah, that's probably correct.
So, by the way, we got a lot. You see, we have a lot of bracelets. We got even more bracelets.
Oh my!
So, fun fact. So fun times. He needs, honestly, a strength bracelet, and we'll ignore all rings. Let's say a defense amulet. because he runs up to the fight and then gets his ass handed to him a lot. So, you are speed. You are speed because the only thing that matters is how fast you can buff people. Dare I say he gets 2 speed bracelets?
Maybe a speed amulet for a second one?
Yeah, the speed amulet. Somebody else might need speed a lot too. Your deal is magic damage, so you get a magic amulet. Or magic bracelet, I mean. And... What?
Or, no, she could definitely do with some defense.
I would rather her magic defense because she's going to be sticking in the back anyways.
Fair.
And that's more what's likely to hit. Okay. You're fine. That's fine. You're fine. Probably not accuracy bracelet, but accuracy amulet for certain.
That seems like a good idea.
And then speed, probably. And again, not bracelet. Amulet will do for you. I think we actually unequip that.
Yeah.
And just give him HP bracelet.
I was gonna say, give him some HP, yeah.
Strength bracelet, golden pinky ring. So golden pinky ring doesn't... I don't care about spoils anymore, so we can ignore that. Let's give him accuracy, again, amulets.
Agreed.
He's an archer, I want him to hit shit. Magic amulets...
Especially because one of his special abilities has a lower hit chance.
Maybe. Okay, he has Vanguard Staff, which means he goes first. Useful for, like, feeding mages. But he definitely does not need increased EXP anymore. So, we can get rid of that. Somebody else, I think, is a better Vanguard Staff at this point.
Yeah.
So, let's just give him...
Give him some evasion, maybe?
And believe it or not, I almost want to give him magic... Or, let's give him strength.
Sure.
Strength or magic both make sense in this case. Because he
let him whack things harder.
He has a certain ability that bases off of magic, too. Okay, she is not a strong hitter. What her strength is her ability to CC and move about the arena. So, speed, if we can give it to her. We don't have any speed amulets anymore, do we? Good thing I freed up a speed bracelet.
Sure.
And then defense amulet makes sense.
Yep. She's a little on the squishy side.
Yeah, she is. Magic bracelet, defense bracelet. I am fine with this because she is overpowered turret healer.
Fair enough.
Luck bracelet and speed amulet. I'm fine with this. Hi, Barrick. You're just watching us prepare for the final set of fights here. So she is our berserker. That is literally her weapon, is the berserker.
So, big smash.
So, do we have a strength bracelet? No, we do not. We should have a strength amulet, though.
Yep.
Double strength amulet?
I think that's the only thing you can do with her.
Or do we have another HP bracelet? No, double strength amulet. HP bracelet makes sense. Ooh. Actually, hear me out here.
Earring actually makes sense. I believe she's the only healer on their team.
She also can't self-heal either, but...
Yeah, then leave her with the earring.
Magic, that makes sense. Although I will do another loop where I, like, upgrade amulets to bracelets if we have any remaining. Let me just remind myself what we have remaining. We have one defense bracelet, 2 magic defense bracelets, 2 accuracy bracelets, 1 evasion bracelet, 1 speed bracelet. Okay. Defense amulet, magic defense, and that's fine. That your entire job is just to throw healing pots at people, even if they don't need it. Okay, that can go.
When in doubt, evasion's good.
And we'll just go ahead and upgrade that to the bracelet.
You know what's really fun? Not being hit by things that try to hurt me.
Yep. Strength amulet and
always good.
He's perfect. He's perfect. No notes. Accuracy bracelet and speed amulet. He needs the speed to make up for the fact that he's an old man. Defense amulet, but he doesn't have a second item.
Defense bracer? No, magic defense.
Yeah. And I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade the amulet to brace. He has
honestly,
no
I would
attack.
Give him a second magic defense then. This is magic defense.
Okay. Well,
he's a tank who can't take
the reason for bracelets is the immunity twos, honestly.
Fair enough.
So I would rather still have him equip 2 bracelets that are different types. Well, definitely get magic amulets and speed amulet.
Speed. Yep.
We don't have any speed amulets
all
left, do
about
we?
going sooner and queuing harder.
We don't have any more. We have a speed bracelet. I guess you're getting speed.
Yep. Give it to her. She's nasty with speed.
You are getting accuracy. He has that ability that hits really fucking hard, but barely has a chance to hit.
Give him an accuracy and an amulet, I think, for the second one.
Yeah, accuracy amulet, and we will upgrade it to bracelet if we see it, if we have accuracy left over.
Nope. She's good.
Perfect. Okay. Her attacks don't matter. What matters is the rate at which she takes actions. So speed
amulet?
We're running out of we are running
out.
Of okay. Huh.
Wait, go back to that for a second.
What are we looking for here?
Does Bangle of Vitality go with Black Anklet, do you think? Or is it Obsidian Anklet?
I don't know. You want to see?
Not necessarily for this character, but just...
I don't know if they'll cancel out, but yeah. Will...
Evasion amulet?
Yeah.
You know why?
Evasion bracelet.
No, go with the evasion amulet. You know why?
No.
The clone might also get dodged.
Yeah. One thing is, he does not gain TP naturally. He gains TP through doing defensive actions. Guess what we're going to put on him? The thing that says you do not gain TP at the start of your turn.
Fair enough.
Why? Why not? Like, it's perfect for him.
What does he have to lose? Could we give him a speed ring?
Well, I don't like the rings. It's amulet or bust as far as I'm concerned.
Well, in that case, leave him. Leave him with the HP bracelet.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, just give him defenses. No, not magic defense ring. Magic defense amulet. Evasion and... We'll give her luck. For what reason, I don't know. Okay.
Okay. All right. So let's see if there's
What are our bracelets left over? Right now, it is just Magic D and Accuracy are the only bracelets I have left over.
Yep.
Okay. And now accuracy.
That was the wrong one. You just put another. You just swap to another amulet.
Oh. Thank you. And now accuracy. There you go.
There we go.
Oh, that's amulets. Bracelet. Okay. So we did see that. You did point out that one combo, which was give them the vitality ring at the same time you give them black amulet. I would want to do that with somebody who could live on their own if given the chance, because this might screw them over otherwise.
Yeah, fair.
Oh, hold on a second. Do we still have one resurrection ring?
We do, yes.
Okay, so we're looking for black anklet, and resurrection ring grabbers. And a Vanguard staff grabber. Honestly, hear me out here. Vanguard staff him so that way he can double turn somebody.
Sure, yep.
He goes first, gives somebody double turn. It's awesome. And that gave us...
We have an accuracy amulet to spread around.
That was a speed amulet.
A speed amulet, even
yeah,
better.
Which is even better,
Let's go back and give it to one of the mages.
No.
Towards the end of the line, the ones where we were just giving out shit. Just No. That's good. That's good. Keep going. Back. There we go.
Which one's shittier for him? Physical defense is shittier, so we'll let him keep that one. I'm blind. I'm blind.
Up. Up some more.
It was speed. That's right.
Down.
It was speed. Yes. I was looking for bracelet. Is what I was looking for. Okay. Somebody I know who can take care of themselves, all else fails. You know what? This guy has turns where, because all of his abilities have a minimum cost of 2, this guy has turns where he either does a weak attack or,
I would
moves
have
forward.
recommended keep him with the accuracy. Straight shot.
Yep, okay.
Can't do her because it breaks stealth.
Oh yeah, that's right. We found that out.
Maybe Trish?
No. No, Narv kind of needs the bonus to actually get good heals.
Yeah. Maybe Trish as a sub?
Okay. That frees up a luck bracelet and a speed amulet if we do it this. Oh, we need the resurrection earring too. Black anklet.
Yeah, no, that's what we were originally planning to do. You'd plan to just stick a resurrection ring on... oh, I see. Yeah, no, that works too.
Okay, resurrection ring on, I think, actually her.
She's a little on the squishy side.
Well, she's... I don't know if she's squishy, but she is the type to play at low HP.
She's got 130 HP.
She's the type to play at low HP because she gets rewarded for it.
True. So yeah, resurrection.
Okay, we have a speed amulet. You gain a speed amulet.
Going faster is better.
Okay, let me just remind myself, a speed amulet, and we freed up something else too that
we've got a luck bracelet, which is sort of
immunity to fury. Okay. Luck bracelet. Does anybody make sense on having any more luck? Honestly,
wait, go back.
What?
go back to the Geomancer. She's got a luck amulet. Might as well give her the bracelet.
Okay, done.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, that's everybody equipped.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
We drop a save?
I can't drop a save here. Otherwise, I would have been able to do other stuff. So we have to move forward.
Yep.
To catch an army.
Hyzant raises their army on the presumption they can seize the Grand Norzelian mines for themselves. The Hierophant has ordered them to destroy House Wolford as well.
Oh, we should have given him the bird. No!
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
No!
We will defend them with our lives.
Oh, we got the equivalent of a bird. We got Trish.
Our blades. Though we haven't the numbers to defeat Hyzant's army, we do have a winning strategy. This village has a secret, one designed to be used in times like these. The aqueducts here can be set ablaze. The fire will then spread through the village,
We're about to
raising
be
it
out
to
of
the
time.
ground.
Yeah,
along with
that's why you said drop a save. I was like, well, I couldn't save
there will
then.
be fire enough to consume every last soldier. The Hyzantian army blindly obeys the Hierophant. But the Hierophant has no power here. We choose our own path, and we have the courage of our convictions. This battle is but the first step on the path Lord Serenoa has laid before us. Let us take this first step together and rejoice. For Norzelia, now and forever.
Oh, we're just going to go through the introductions of all of them. Okay.
Twins Gate is sealed. Gustadolf hardens his defenses at the encampment within. We will approach the gate and request an audience. We may yet find common ground with Esfrost. The duchy wields the Death Snell, a weapon capable of reducing the goddess's shield surrounding Hyzant to rubble. We need that weapon if we are to break the Holy State's stranglehold on Salt, and thus Norzelia. I know this may feel a betrayal to some of you. Esfrost invaded us.
Does it look like we've got just a spare guard just filling out the ranks here?
And I will never forget nor forgive them for it.
And my guess is they do that to make sure you're not completely empty. If you do this your first playthrough, is my guess.
For the right reasons. That I ask them for aid so that we may thrive. For above all, a king's duty is to his people. And I would sooner cast out the shadows of the past by building a brighter future than lament our lot in life. I ask for your aid in building that bright future.
I love just how many of the people here are not from Glenbrook.
And lead Norzelia into a new era of peace and prosperity unlike any we've known.
Maxwell's from Glenbrook.
Hyzant. Okay, no, there's only about half of them that aren't locals.
Mm-hmm. I thought it more. I'm not let it play. I thought it more poetic that we're sending the Esfrosti general to go attack Esfrost.
Also true.
To the plan. We shall slip into the capital of the Holy State, disguised as a band of merchants from the Norzelia
Fun
Custodian.
fact, you do this in the Frederica
Lord
ending.
Claris has taken on no small amount of risk in agreeing to help us gain entry. We are truly in your debt, Lord Claris.
I stand to gain more from a liberated Norzelia, where Hyzant no longer dictates the terms of trade and commerce. In short, spare no extra thoughts for me. This is as much a business consideration as it is helping those in need.
As he says, this is for the future of Norzelia. We now endeavor to destroy the goddess's likeness that serves as a pillar of their teachings.
I don't know why. I just find it that in this, like, charge to battle, there's a little Tinker Toy robot and a child in this room.
We point out also the robot is the prototype of the Hierophant that runs the place we're going to kill.
If the Rosellan legends are true, we will find that the statue concealed a massive pillar of salt that was stolen from my people. This salt pillar is incontrovertible proof that the teachings and the goddess around which they are built are lies. The faithful will be shaken to their core, and the Hierophant's power will wane. With luck, we may even show the Roselle they were without fault, inciting them to rise once more and cast off the yoke of their oppressors. This is nothing less than a battle to wrest control of Norzelia from the clutches of a capricious and vengeful goddess. Have you prepared the explosives, Lord Claris?
Prepared and loaded onto a cart, my lady. Enough to bring the
Milady.
goddess back to Earth, I should think.
Excellent. Then let us depart.
Hold on a second. This guy, milady.
He does look pretty villain, doesn't he?
You are a marvel, Lady Frederica. A Rosellan with as frosty blood, fighting under House Wolfort's banner. Who better than you to challenge Hyzant's tyranny? Do you not feel the weight of destiny upon you?
This is not destiny, Lord Claris. Nothing could be less certain than the moment in which we find ourselves. Serenoa and I have traveled a long, hard road together. It brought us here, but it does not end here. And so we walk on.
Now you seek to fell the goddess. You are possessed of an iron will, if you'll forgive the expression.
I shall take that as a compliment. Watch over us, Mother.
Okay. And with that, we will either...
Cool. And on that note...
Yeah, we'll either pick up Frederica's story just as a quick aside, or start with this next time. Either way, it's still... I think... I'm looking here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and a finale. And the finale is just like, you know, the end of game telling you what happens, right? There's 4 chapters in the finale, and I think 3 of these chapters are literally just the 3 different fights that we're about to run into.
Probably. So, we'll see.
Yep.
All right.
So,
I will catch you later.
Yep. Catch you later.
Good night, all.
And with that, thank you all for watching. As I add the save file to my little save file ranks here. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.